Welcome back to Dad Deals. Last week I got to attend CES 2026 in Las Vegas. That is the consumer electronics show that is one of the largest of its kind in the world, where companies show off all of their new products for the upcoming year. So stay tuned and I'll show you some of the coolest stuff that I saw at the show this year. So if you've never been to a show like this or you weren't able to attend this year, sit back, relax, and I'll show you the best of what I saw. And of course, as always, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and without further ado, let's get started. So first off, we stopped by the Ugreen booth, where they were showing off their next-gen NAS systems. NAS, of course, stands for Network Attached Storage. So these are devices that can store all your files, your pictures, your videos, and can store them locally, so not on a cloud somewhere or anything like that. So here we have a demo of their new user interface that you would use to access that storage system, as well as a demo of some of the AI features that are new this year. So let's listen in to the demo.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, so yeah, this is our NAS operating system, the interface so you can access the NAS. Right now, we have the AI model that is open, but for home usage, we have, as I mentioned, we have a sync and backup where you can back up all your devices like your computers, your phones, all of this into a single device. You can back up your NAS into a cloud as well, or to an external hard drive, because we do recommend NAS could not be your only backup option. It has to be redundancy as well. So that's one thing that we also recommend. We also are coming up with our own surveillance application. And we have cameras over there, so you can record all of that into that home security. All your home security is all inside of this, and it's one single application. You don't need to have it. We also have stereo application, so you can upload all your TV shows, all your movies, and you can make it like a Netflix, your own personal Netflix library, and it will create all the almost like Plex. It's actually a Plex replacement kind of thing, but instead of paying a monthly subscription fee, and it does do transcoding as well. So right now, if your network is not good, it can lower the resolution for 4K to 1080p or 720p as well. It can also do cloud connection as well. So if you have Dropbox or OneDrive, it can download or upload anything directly from there. So you can have like a hybrid setup as well. And then we have the Photos application where you can upload all the photos of your device and it'll automatically upload all your photos from your phone to your NAS. And it does have AI recognition as well. So for example, if you want to do intelligence, so you can do facial recognition for all the people. So it can, so you're me, and it'll do like a library of that facial recognition, pet recognition, text recognition, image recognition, and it has objects as well. So you can go to albums, you can do object recognition, location information, all of that is all directly from here.
That's cool. Yeah. Sweet. Awesome. Thanks for demoing that for us.
No problem. Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Next up, we stopped at a smaller company's booth. This is Metrovac. They make professional grade air blowers, vacuums, and dryers that you could use in car detailing, in your workshop, all sorts of stuff like that. These are made in the USA. And let's listen into the demo for this.
For Metrovac, we make vacuums and blowers. This is one of our flagship products. It's an anti-static blower only. And it's variable speed, so you can start slow. Sometimes you don't need full power, right? And then you crank it up, and it's very powerful. So for blowing out computers, electronics, keyboards, and
How is it powered?
it's corded.
Oh, corded.
It's corded. It's got a 500-watt motor inside. Lasts forever, all steel construction. Comes with a wristband, so it'll dissipate the static if you're in a clean room environment. And then we make vacuums and blowers. So one side's a vacuum, the other side's a blower. Real big in the banking industry for like cash dust, money dust.
Okay.
So we did a lot of business with an ATM manufacturer. They sent it out to all their service people for servicing the ATM machines.
Well, thanks for showing us.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
What's like pricing for this?
These start around $150, and then the vacuums go up $200, $250, depending on the application.
Next up, we stopped at a booth for the brand Apexel. I think that's how you pronounce it. But they had some awesome clip-on smartphone lenses that could zoom an insane distance. So these are big telephoto lenses, almost like you'd see on the sidelines of sports games, that attach directly to your smartphone. And I was impressed with the quality of these lenses. These are not some cheap knockoff toy item that you'd find sometimes on Amazon or places like that. These were very much professional feeling lenses. But they also had a bunch of other lenses like macro lenses, fisheye lenses. They even had this kid's microscope, which I thought was awesome. It could be a great learning device, and even a handheld microscope with a display at the top. And of course, even a clip-on microscope that you could use with your smartphone. But some really cool products. And if you're interested in any of this stuff, this all felt like a really good quality and an interesting brand to check out. EcoFlow had their brand new Wave 3. That's that portable air conditioner and heater. That's great for camping, RVing, any situation like that. But this is their new improved design that is supposed to be able to heat and cool your space even faster than before. They also had this really cool power hat, which is basically a hat that you wear on your head, obviously, that has solar panels all around it that can charge any device via USB-A or USB-C ports built into it, while also protecting yourself from the sun. So that is really true solar charging on the go. And then of course they also had their Delta Pro Ultra X on display, as well as some of their power walls that just allow you a whole home backup via battery power. Next up, we swung by the Frigidaire booth. They had some really cool garage-ready chest freezers that are actually switchable to a refrigerator or a freezer. So one appliance, two functions there, and is even available in this cool camo print. Next up is Dreame or Dreame. I'm not really sure how you pronounce their company name, but they took up a huge footprint in the convention center. If you attended the show, you know what I'm talking about. But they were launching so many new products, from robot vacuums to full-on refrigerators and other home appliances. Here's their new Cyber 10 Ultra robot vacuum cleaner that actually has an extendable arm that can pick up stuff. So if something's in the way, not only can it avoid it, but it can actually extend a robotic arm and pick up that item and go put it away somewhere. Now they did show off a demo of this in action. You can see it here picking up a ball and then putting it back in a basket, or I should say almost putting it back in a basket. You can actually see someone here at the very last minute push the basket towards the robot vacuum to make sure it didn't miss. I'm not sure if it would have missed anyway, but it does look like they're still kind of refining this. But this is still super cool and could be a game changer for all the parents out there. They also showed off this stair climbing robot. It sort of has like tank tracks on it, and it's actually used as a transporter. So you have your normal robot vacuum, that's the small circle shape, and then it would actually load into this thing that could take it up and down stairs. So I'm not 100% sure how practical this would be. Sometimes I think it would make more sense just to get a separate robot for upstairs and downstairs. But if you want one single one, this thing did make it up and down the sample stairs that they had at their booth. Another cool thing at the Dreame booth were these refrigerators that could make sparkling water out of their water dispenser. So you can have instant ice cold sparkling water whenever you want it. And I don't know if it was just because I was thirsty from walking around the show all day, but they gave us a sample and it was some of the best tasting sparkling water I have ever had. So they have definitely dialed in the carbonation on that perfectly. Another crazy product that we saw was this Bodyfriend. This is their healthcare robot 733. Thing looks like a transformer, but it actually not only massages you, it can lift and lower your legs and arms at a relaxed pace. Now, I didn't get to try this hands-on, but everyone that was trying it looked like they loved it. I did hear the price on these are about $20,000, so you will definitely be spending a pretty penny on one of these, and you'll definitely have to have a big space to put it as well. But these things were just wild looking. Next up were these AWOL Vision laser projectors. So these are actually very short throw projectors that sit just right under the projection screen, almost like on a media console, and give you super bright, crystal clear pictures without having to mount a projector on the ceiling or on the wall. But these things looked amazing. They even had this outdoor portable version, which I thought was awesome for a back patio or deck. Everything's on wheels, even has a screen that you can wheel out, and everything's also protected from the elements, so it's waterproof as well. But a super cool setup if you have the space for it and you enjoy some outdoor game watching or movie watching or anything like that. Next up was Navimo from Segway. I did a whole video covering their booth, but they have totally updated their entire lineup of robot lawnmowers. I actually have one of their old or current generation and love it, but all their new mowers are auto mapping now, so they auto map themselves and then you can adjust it in the app. They also released this awesome X4, which is going to be their flagship model, which can handle slopes, bumps, and also has zero turn ability, so It can turn on a dime, be gentle on your lawn, pretty much handle any sort of situation. So I am super excited about these new mowers. Now, there are a ton of crazy looking robots at CES, but the one that stuck out to me the most was this one from the brand Zeroth. This is their W1. This is the most Wall-E looking robot I have ever seen, which I think is awesome. And this one can actually tow things with its little hitch in the back. But as a massive Wall-E fan, definitely shout out to this robot. Now, with the exploding popularity of e-bikes and scooters, this brand was smart enough to think of a smart helmet to go with it. And this is a company called Lex Go. This is their smart helmet. It has brake and turn signal lights built into it. You can even answer phone calls, listen to music, get navigation, voice guidance through it. So if you're a rider of any of that stuff, this would be a great helmet to pair and make sure you're safe and visible out there. Next up, we stopped by the MyFirst booth. They make a bunch of different products that are designed to be kid-friendly, like smartwatches, smart displays, cameras, all that kind of stuff. Here we got a demo of their digital picture frame that can also be a white noise machine and a digital calendar and a bunch of other stuff. So let's listen into that.
Okay, so we start from our digital photo frame. So this is the new one. It's called Frame Clario. So what they can do? So the first one is like other digital photo frame. So you can upload pictures and video from your app, or even with the watch. So if you have the watch, you can upload the picture on the watch, and then the frame will receive also. Even the camera that we have there. Okay, you can pause and receive from here. And besides that, we also have like a lot of features. So the first one will be the soundscape. So what is soundscape? Soundscape is basically like a background music.
Like a white noise machine.
Like a white noise. So you can customize it. For example, this one has the bird. You can control the volume up and down. Right? And then even you can mix like campfire, for example, or for the forest, like that. So you can build a lot of background music in someone. Yes. So, and then we have a music player. So currently, the music player is still on local. It's just like you put SD card and then
So no Spotify or anything like that yet?
Actually, we have, but we're gonna release like in end of Q2 this year.
Okay.
So we're gonna have like music streaming on this frame. And then the third one is video call. So you can actually do a video call with the app.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we have the calendar. So this is currently still a normal calendar, like reminder and notes, right? And then you like this, and then you can create a calendar here. But everything is still local for now. But same with the music streaming. Right, you can click here, and then later when it reach the time, it will pop up the reminder something. Okay. But this one we're gonna sync with Google Calendar and Apple Calendar by the end of Q2. Same with the music streaming.
And it syncs with the watches and everything?
Yeah, sure. Everything that happens with the app and the watch, it will sync up with the calendar also. Right.
They also had some cool 3D printer pins for kids to use and make little trinkets. It basically feeds filament in one end and prints just kind of like a 3D printer would, but sort of a handheld version. They had this really cool Eiffel Tower that was made with it, but these were super cool to play with. But they have a whole bunch of stuff from earbuds and sketch pads and things like that for kids. Next up was Hover Air. They make the tracking drone that can follow you anywhere in any sport activity that you're doing. I did a whole review video for them not too long ago, but they have their new Aqua version. So if you've ever been nervous about flying a drone around water, this one can actually land in water and even take off from water. So pretty awesome if you're into any of those activities around water. One of these would be awesome. You could use it if you were a surfer or boater or anything like that and just not have to worry about it at all around water. Next up, we stopped by the XTool booth. Of course, they make some awesome laser engravers and cutters, and they have their new XTool F2 Ultra UV that you could check out. This thing looks awesome and can actually laser images into glass just like you see here. I have no idea how it's capable of doing that, but that is pretty amazing. If you're into craft shows or have an Etsy shop or anything like that, I could definitely see this being very useful and a really cool device to have. Next up was a cool device for all the parents out there. This is a toy cleaning robot. Now, unfortunately, this is just a proof of concept. They didn't have a working demo, but this design looks awesome, and I am holding out hope that this becomes a reality. But this can actually scoop up toys and put them away in a basket, and this company is called Clutterbot. So keep going, guys. Please make this a reality for all of us parents out there. Narwhal had a lot of cool stuff, including their new Flow 2 series of robot vacuum mops, which feature a new slender design. I love the black instead of the white, but I thought this handheld vacuum was really neat. It would be great on couches and sofas and things like that. It actually has a UV sanitizer built into it, so it can kill any germs or anything like that. It has the same roller technology that's in their robot vacuums. And you can even see here on this heat activated pillow how well that UV light works. So I'll definitely have to check out this. I could even see it being used in cars and things like that, but really cool device here from Narwhal. TP-Link introduced their Air Reel system, which is basically an AI system that works across their line of smart home products that will give you smart notifications of what actually is happening. So you can see it kind of demoed here. If you have one of their doorbell cameras or door locks, it will actually describe what it sees when it sends you that motion detected notification. So pretty cool there. At the Aiper booth, they have this IrriSense 2. This is a irrigation lawn sprinkler that you can customize the distance at each turn of that head. So if you have kind of a complicated setup that a normal rotary sprinkler would overspray everywhere, this can actually dial it in and just add water exactly where you need it. So it can save you on your water bill and water way more efficiently. But they also say this can set up in just 15 minutes and can cover up to 4,800 square feet and up to 10 specific zones. But that's it. Those were the highlights from my experience at CES 2026. Hopefully I'll get to test some of these products throughout this coming year. But thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you guys next time on Dad Deals.